Welcome to Smack Talk, where I simply talk smack about SmackDown that happened the night before. Link down below, as always, to credit WWE for putting all of this together just for me. Started off the show with the LWO coming out, and then, the Judgment Day. That was cool. That was fun, because the crowd in Puerto Rico, which, by the way, is a part of the U.S., but it's not a state. Let's not get into it. It was very, very nice. The crowd was popping. It was like Sami Zayn in Montreal. Like, I love the energy. Throughout the whole show, it was just awesome. The OC defeats the Viking Raiders. As I've said before, I have yet to warm up to the Viking Raiders, but I was entertained. It was a good match. I love the OC. Love AJ. He was on commentary a little bit, and I like how he didn't get involved in the match like Valhalla was trying to get involved in the match. And I don't recall if the OC altogether have ever been face, if they've always been heel. I don't know. Either which way, I'm loving them. Luke Gallows has come a long, long way. Like I said in my other video where I had forgotten his name momentarily because, anxiety, stress, and all that. Just in general, my mind goes blank at the dumbest stuff sometimes. Really quick, someone asked me my name. I think it was a couple of years ago. I had gone to a shop and I was looking at some like antique coins and all this kind of stuff. Don't ask. And the guy was like, "Hey, my name is James and you are." And I was like, "You're going to have to give me a moment." Like, I was so overwhelmed with anxiety. So bad. And it's not the Alzheimer's, because I don't have that. Or amnesia, but I literally, for that 2 or 3 seconds, completely blanked out. Forgot my name. So, it happens. So if I can forget my own name, bet you can especially expect me to forget somebody else's name. So anyhow, Luke Gallows, as I said, used to be Festus, and he's just come such a long way. I just love these guys as a tag team, as a whole stable, a faction. And, yeah. Then Bianca Belair came out, fought off Damage Control. Then Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez came out. That whole thing with Trish, who got drafted. So what's the long-term goals for her? And then Lita. I don't know what's up with Lita. I don't really know what's going on, but hopefully, she'll be back, like I said, and there'll be some more stuff going on. But yeah, like I said, Bianca is really cool. I like her a lot. And she is the, I'm getting confused. Yes, that's the Raw Women's Championship, but she's on SmackDown? I just know that her and Rhea are switching shows, but are they going to hand off each other's belts, right? Because I think she's going... Anyways. See? Confusion. It's okay. Let's move on. The Street Profits defeated Imperium. This was awesome. This guy, D'Angelo's, come a long way. I don't know why I call him D'Angelo. It's Angelo Dawkins. Anyways, names, not good with him. He's come a long way. Very athletic. Montez Ford, I've said this before. I love these guys, especially Imperium. I was really impressed. Just wow. It was really, really good. There was some crazy moves in there. I'm trying to go up there because I'm looking for a name. Again. Where's his name? Giovanni Vinci. There we go. He impressed me with a couple of moves. I was like, oh, wasn't expecting that out of him. And yeah, like I said, I'm also a big fan of Kaiser. And of course, Gunther, who was not there. He wasn't present. So that was great. That was fantastic. And as always, I say this every week. Cody Rhodes vowed to defeat Brock Lesnar to get back on the road to finishing his story. How's he going to do that if it's his last night on SmackDown? He's going to Raw and Roman Reigns is staying on SmackDown and Roman Reigns is like nowhere to ever be seen. Obviously, he's going to have to make some matches. I'm trying to be funny here. I think what could potentially happen is a Money in the Bank of some sort contract, and it would allow him to cash. I don't know. And then as a result of cashing in, does that give him the ability to stay now on SmackDown? I don't know. because we've talked about this before, at least I talked about it before, and I had a few people chime in. I think we pretty much all agreed that if Cody wins the new World's Heavyweight Championship belt, that's not finishing the story. That's starting your own. It's, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. But again, came out, and I just love how he talks on the mic. Just amazing mic skills, in-ring skills. Seriously, literally, and I won't say this too often, just one of my overall favorites ever. Just love the guy. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Karrion Kross. I like Karrion Kross a lot, and I like Shinsuke too. This was a great match. I thought it was just very, very nice. And the character of Karrion Kross, you know, like that whole Edge, sadistic, Finn Balor, sadistic, you know, I'm trying to think of somebody else, Bray Wyatt-ish, you know, kind of on the darker side, comes out, his intro or his entrance, whatever, which is his intro, you know, comes out in black and white, just like the whole thing. Like, I like it. I really, really like it. So this was a nice match to watch. And then Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega, of course, defeated Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. This was a pretty cool mixed match. I thought she was a little bit more comfortable in the ring. I've always said and sung high praises for Rhea Ripley. No offense, not so much for Zelina Vega. But in this match, I was like, okay. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. So again, tomorrow, I feel confident now that this could not be a lopsided, one-sided affair. In terms of, like, actual skill set is what I mean by that. Not necessarily the match itself, because, you know, you can have a Goldberg come in and have a 30-second squash match with somebody, and it's very one-sided, but it doesn't mean the other person doesn't have the tools or the skill set to do stuff here. So that was pretty cool. And then the ending, Bad Bunny stands in solidarity with LWO, puts the shirt on, tries to lay the smackdown on Damian Priest with the kendo stick. And yeah, just overall, I really enjoyed it, and I think what helped me enjoy it a little bit more were a couple of factors. The fact that it was in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I mean, I love that place. I love the energy, the fans, very, very loud. And of course, we could joke around and be like, that's because they never get a show there. Either which way. This segment here with Solo Sikoa was pretty cool because Jimmy was like, hey, man, you ready? You feeling it? And then Jay's like, yeah, man, I'm feeling it. And then Jay, yeah, that's right, I know their names, gets in Solo's face like, hey, my brother asked you a question, huh? Oh, it didn't quite sound like that. And he's like, I heard the question. You know, wrapping up his thumb there, and he's like, I do my job, you do yours. That was a terrible impression. It's supposed to be cringy. Remember, I got a playlist on my channel that comes from my main channel called Cringe Comedy. It's supposed to make you go, oh my god, dude, this ain't it. I just love cringe. Anyways, this was really cool. This little segment, because again, it's not often that you hear Solo Sikoa talk, and I can just really see something happening between these two, and then him and Roman, and everything just imploding. And the Usos breaking away from the bloodline, and maybe one day facing off against Solo and Roman Reigns. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass here. Again, this little segment here was really, really cool backstage. Sometimes a lot of the entertainment that I get from watching WWE is actually like the interviews, the talking and all that, because I always wanted to be like an actor and shit like that, and, you know, have my own talk show where I can just ramble on about some random shit. And this whole trio here is just really, really cool with Matt Riddle, because I love Matt Riddle. Normally a person of his persona is like, yo, bro, maybe, you know, the YOLO surfer, fucking long-haired hippie bro, usually drive me absolutely insane. And when I first saw him, I was like, oh, sweet Jesus. You know, like if there's a God, just, you know, I don't believe in one now. But no, he grew on me really quick. And I just love that whole thing with Kevin Owens, because he's so believable too. You know, where he's like, are you serious? We're stuck with this guy. He wants to keep hanging around. Like from last week, he's like, are you sure he got, you know, drafted to the right show? And just the little back and forth is really cool. Baron Corbin, I like a lot. He was sort of mildly featured. And then Cameron Grimes from NXT has moved up to the, to the main roster of SmackDown. And then next week they're going to have a match. And I'm looking forward to that because I know absolutely nothing about Cameron Grimes. I know Baron Corbin, really chill dude, even on social media. Really, really nice guy. And he can get it done. He's not just some, tall guy that just looks like a badass for nothing. The guy can move, but as of late, I feel like he's kind of lost in the shuffle. He hasn't been drafted. I don't know if they're seriously just they don't know what to do with him. And it's kind of sad. It really, really is kind of sad. But anyhow, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say. I do these videos, again, not to give you some insight that you didn't already know. It's just a kind of vent to talk, like I said, as a community, and to see if I can make a nickel someday. Because I didn't think I ever could on my main channel, and I waited, like I said, about 13, 14 years, and then I was like, you know what? Let me start actually posting videos on my channel. And then I started doing that, and within, a little under half a year, I think 5 months or whatever, I got my first paycheck. So I was like, wow, if I can make money, which I have been every month, a little bit of money, from just talking shit, I'll fuck around. Might as well do that with wrestling and see if I can, make a little something happen here, right? I'm not expecting to be Assemble or the next BDE, right? Even if I'm somewhere lost in obscurity somewhere down below, that's okay, as long as I'm getting a piece of the pie. And truthfully, I just like the crust the best. Just a little piece of the crust. I'm good. The rest of the people want the cherry-filled, sodium and sugar and the diabetes and all that shit. Knock yourself out. That probably made no sense to you, but it did to me. So that's it. I had fun. And I'm really excited for tomorrow, because I'll be honest, I completely forgot that tomorrow was WrestleMania. I think they call it WrestleMania Backlash. And I'm not going to lie, I completely forget why they call it that. Is it supposed to be a play on WrestleMania? Oh, it's the backlash of what happened, and they're kind of bringing back some of the matches that happened at I forget. I'll have to Google it. Anyhow, as always, if you like the video, thumbs up. It does greatly help. Support the channel with the algorithm, and if you didn't like the video, well, that's okay. That's too bad. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it. But instead of breaking it off in your ass, we'll break off that kendo stick off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. On this channel, I talk all things wrestling, from the video game to maybe a little bit of AEW. New Japan Pro Wrestling, just anything. It's predominantly WWE, but that's because time allowing, that is all the time I kind of have, for right now. But yeah. Anyhow, take care. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.